Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom, Jasper. So today I'm planting 3 trees. Now we have 2 flowering trees and 1 apple tree. Starting off with the apple tree, it goes quite a ways up, all the way up there. I actually bought this last spring, 2023, and we ended up wintering it over. I wasn't entirely sure where I wanted to put it, but this is a Dolgo crab apple. It gets 25 feet high approximately and about 25 to 30 feet wide. So you'll get this beautiful, beautiful canopy. I've never personally tried the fruit myself, so I can't say from experience, but what I've heard is it's fairly sweet for a crab apple. The fruit itself is about 2 inches long, so not a massive one, but not a too small one either. Zones 3 through 9, and I've read that it can tolerate some zone 2. So if you're up in Alaska and you want to try this, you certainly can. The next tree I have there in the middle is a Hydrangea standard. It is a phantom. So they will get 6 to 8 feet tall, 6 to 8 feet wide. You need at least 3 to 6 hours of sunlight, otherwise they won't get any blooms. Gets this beautiful big white cone-shaped flowers, and then they fade to that pinky mauve color that you see up in the left-hand corner. I already have several of these planted on the property. I planted 15 Hydrangea standards last summer, and they were a mix between Phantom and Limelight. And they're actually all along this little loop right here. And then the last tree right here is a Summer Charm lilac tree. So these actually bloom after most of your other traditional purple lilacs. So you get your first wave of spring lilacs, and then this one will come after the first wave. It gets 15 to 20 feet wide, at least 6 hours of sun, blooms early summer, and hardy to zone 3. I'm not sure what the warm end is, but there's that one. I know where the Dolgo one is going for sure. I know where the lilac tree is semi-going, and then I just have to figure out the Hydrangea standard. I'm just gonna place them around, start planting, and then I'll show you when I'm done. right, you guys, I am done. It's actually a couple days later, but I thought I would come out here and finally show you everything, or the 3 trees that I planted. I am really, really loving how the space is turning out. If you guys are curious why that black stake is there, it's because I have a columbine planted here, and it was struggling earlier this year. So I just popped the stake in so I knew where it was and then I could find it, and the leaves actually kind of blend in with the mulch. Now I'm hoping this columbine will get bigger. It should get like 2 feet by 2 feet, I'm thinking. So hopefully that will kind of fill in that little bridge gap right there nicely. But this is the tree, Hydrangea standard. And you can see the buds starting to form. This is the phantom. So the top part was actually kind of oddly shaped, so it took me a little while of twisting it to figure out which way I wanted it. But as the years go by and I can kind of prune it, hopefully the shape will round out nicely. Yeah, I think that's really pretty there. And then if I back up straight from there, you'll see the flowering lilac tree. Summer charm. And again, it should just fill this space in really nicely with those white flowers. And that tarp over there, I feel like we always have a tarp covering something in this garden, but that tarp, we just got a pile of compost. I'm going to cover the compost with the tarp, just to kind of suppress any weeds from growing on that compost. This is totally not related to the 3 trees that I planted, but I just looked over and I saw my wisteria blooming and I have to show you. Look how pretty that is. Now it is growing on an arbor, which is a stretch because I know they should be growing on something bigger. But look at that. So gorgeous. Okay, moving on to the next tree. Here it is. It blends right in with the background, but again, this is the Dolgo tree. And I am really not a huge fan of the tree guards. I think I've talked about this in several videos. My husband likes it because it does make the tree pop. I mean, if that tree guard wasn't there, it would just blend right in with the background and you would have a hard time seeing it. So that's why my husband likes it. Another reason we struggle with rodent activity during the winter time, especially with a lot of snow cover. The rodents go underneath the snow and they chew the bark off all the way around the tree and killing the tree. So that tree guard makes that hard layer to protect the base of the tree from rodents eating it and killing the tree. So serves a good purpose. I'm just not a huge fan of the way it looks, but that's why we have them. And then I'll be adding a tree guard to the Hydrangea standard that I just planted and the flowering lilac tree. So yeah, but that is all the trees that I planted. We are going to be running into town and getting some stuff to finish the fence that goes around the vegetable garden that's not planted this year, but it will be hopefully next year. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.